Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome guest, and he acts and stars in this amazing series called Hysteria, and he plays the lead. And I'm talking about Emjay Anthony. He's also been in a bunch of other stuff. He was in a Christmas horror movie called Krampus, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him all about his life as an actor. I am Rocco Cross, as you could tell. I am the host that stutters. I am the host of the Grue Rume Show, and my interview with MJ will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Rume, and as always, folks, welcome to my nightmares. So stay tuned, my gruelings. All right, buddy. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for coming on and the whole Christmas stuff. I love it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it, man. So the first question I actually want to start out asking you is, I see you've been doing this from like a very young age. Like you did some modeling and acting, and like one of your first roles, like one of your first starts in the world of film, like you're working with Alec Baldwin. How was that experience like?
See, I couldn't believe it. Like I was 5 years old, and my parents were listening to the radio in the car, and we heard about like this open call audition. And I just went, and like 5,000 to 6,000 other kids like had gone, and I ended up just getting a call back. And then it was a super long audition process. They actually brought me and another kid out to New York City, and they
Mhm.
tested with both of us, and they eventually just they chose me. It was really cool. I got to work with like you said, Alec Baldwin, Steve Martin, Meryl Streep, and
Yeah.
Steve Martin is awesome. He's such a cool guy. For whatever reason, he paid me $100 to do the worm. That's a fun memory I have. He's such a cool guy. It was fun. But yeah,
I love it.
definitely an awesome first experience to be able to subconsciously like learn from all those actors. Oh, and the cat's at it again. But no, it was awesome. It was really fun.
Awesome. Hey, if the cat wants to show the
See,
his or
she
her
keeps trying to
face
play my
and
guitar. She keeps trying to. I got a guitar from the show. It's actually the same one,
yeah.
and she keeps trying to like attack the strings.
Oh my God, I love it. She's like, this is like the string I play with.
Yeah, she thinks she's a guitar player.
Yeah. And before we talk about the show, like I see you have experience in the horror world. It's Christmas season, and you were in a Christmas horror film,
It was.
Krampus,
Yep,
and
Krampus.
I
Yes, sir.
love like the whole myth about him and the story, and what did you love about the film and like the whole myth of Krampus?
Well, here I'll start off with this right here. This is actually my Christmas tree, and they gave me the Christmas bell from Krampus.
Yes,
So I'm
yes.
excited to get to put that up every Christmas time. But yeah, no, it was such an awesome, awesome. It was my first lead role, so there was a lot of cool things about that, and I really, studied Krampus a lot. I was a little kid, but I still wanted to learn as much as I could. And
Mhm.
I love Germany, and I just think it's so funny how like America culture is like, oh, everything's amazing, and then Germany's like, if you're bad, you will die from Krampus. Like, it's really cool. I definitely love the culture, and it's cool to be a part of that, and just to be able to adapt another culture and put it on screen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think they even have like festivals for him too for
They do.
Krampus.
I was in Atlanta recently. I just turned 21 in June. I wasn't 21 yet, unfortunately, and I heard there was a Krampus pub crawl, and I was like, "What
Oh
the heck
my
is that?"
God.
And apparently, it's just like people dress up in Krampus costumes and they go from bar to bar and do a pub crawl. I was like, "How cool! I have to go to this next year." There's like just
Oh,
a bunch of random cool stuff like that.
oh, that's so awesome. And well, I see by your hat, I heard you're a big metalhead, and I can tell. Is that what drew you to the show and playing Dylan was like the fact that it's like this heavy metal band that messes with the satanic world?
It was definitely something that helped because all the other my other bandmates, they kind of had to like learn, like, I don't want to say learn metal, but like they had to like dive into like a lot of pretty much learn metal, so I definitely had an advantage because I knew, I'm a huge metalhead. But the one thing that they had the advantage on me on was they knew how to play the instruments, and I did not. I've never touched a guitar in my life.
Oh my
So that
God.
was terrifying. I'll never forget. We actually flew out 3 weeks early to film. And I was there 3 weeks early doing band camp, and I have never been more terrified as an actor because it's like, hey man, here's 3 weeks, learn how to play Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. Like, good luck, you know. So it was definitely a really scary experience, but I'm glad I stuck through with it. And they actually ended up giving me one of the guitars, so that's pretty cool. So now I'm able to play with that pretty much every day.
Wait, so Iron Maiden Number to Beast is the first song you ever learned to
Ever
play on
learned? Yeah,
guitar?
it was
Oh,
terrifying,
that's awesome.
absolutely terrifying.
Oh my, that's such an amazing song
It
too.
is a good song, but I heard it more times than I can even like fathom. Like, I was literally like having nightmares about that song. It just like over and over and over. It was horrifying. But I
I
think it
thought
actually
you
went pretty good, luckily. I think it went pretty good.
nice. When you say you were having the nightmares about the show, I thought it would be about Eddie, their
Yeah.
mascot.
Yeah, something scary, right? No, it was just playing the guitar. That's the only thing that truly horrified me about filming was playing the guitar.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So like, what are some metal bands that you were listening to when you were making or sort of just metal bands you love listening to?
Well, obviously, Pantera.
Yeah.
And I listened to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne. Randy Rhoads in specific, he's just the greatest guitar player of all time. I probably know most of his songs on the guitar. That's what I can play the most of is Randy Rhoads. Just such
Oh
an
my God.
inspiration. And then Megadeth, Limp Bizkit, everybody. I pretty much listen to it all.
Yeah, that's what I love most too is metal. Like I'm a
Oh
huge
yeah,
metal metalhead and I even like the glam rock too, like
yeah.
Crew.
I like it too. It's not bad. It's fun to play it
Yeah,
too.
yeah, definitely. And was it like scary to I mean you are a big metalhead, but was it actually scary to learn how to play and knowing that you have to learn this for a TV show where you have to be in unit with a band?
Yeah, absolutely terrifying. It was so scary. What they went over at first was not actually playing it, just having like the proper
Mhm.
like fingering. And
Yeah,
even that was such a challenge from someone who's never touched a guitar in his life. Like the complicated riffs of Number of the Beast. It was just, yeah, like I said, absolutely terrifying. It was horrible. It was horrible. We did 4 hours a day for 5 days a week for 3 weeks straight. We
oh
did
my
band camp. Yeah, it was a lot.
wow. That's when you say band
Oh
camp.
yeah, band
Think
practice.
I
Uh,
think of American Pie with the girl in band camp.
it was not that cool. It wasn't that cool. No, it was just me, Kazai, and Kiara. And Kazai already knew the drums. He was already a beast on the drums. And then Kiara just had to learn the bass, which is a little bit easier, but she did an amazing job. And she had to sing, which is
Yeah,
no small task. But I was definitely the most scared out of all of them. But I'm actually the one who stuck with the instrument the most because Kazai doesn't have a drum
really.
set, and Kiara doesn't really play the bass anymore. But I play my guitar every day, so that's
Oh,
fun.
that's awesome. Nice. So, would there ever be a metal album coming out for you?
Oh yeah, 100%. As soon as I get the label sign me, I got a bunch of new songs coming out.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I love it. See, like being in a band for a TV show actually inspired you to want to like do music now.
Yeah, and you know what was funny too? I got like this random like, email, and it's like from Spotify. Here's your $50 check. I'm like, what? I'm on Spotify. That was pretty cool. I was pretty pumped about that.
Nice. And like with the band, on the show when you're watching the show, like you all have like really great chem chemistry and like you play in unit and everything. And how did you three develop like that great band chemistry?
See, that definitely took a little bit. That's one of the main reasons why we'd practice every day. We would do
Hmm.
3 hours of individual practice and then 1 hour with each other at the end of the lesson.
Oh
And then
wow.
we would do like fake playing the instruments, like for a couple takes just to like get like the vibe right, and then we do one where we're more focusing on playing the guitar and then like less on the vibe, and then like the one like in the happy medium. So we definitely did a
Mhm.
lot of takes. We learned one of the songs we played the most was Crazy Train. And then
Oh my God, yes.
Mother by Danzig we played a lot. Um,
Yes,
some,
yes.
some good songs we got to play. It was really fun.
I love that song, Mother.
It was good. It's a good song.
And like when you're on the show, like how did it actually feel to actually be a rock star like with your your own songs and everything, like for a TV series. Like you're actually the rock star of the show.
No, it was really cool. Like I definitely see why musicians love it so much. Like because when I'm up on the stage, there really was probably about 100 extras, and they I
Really?
know they're acting, but I'm still like, wow, thanks guys. They're all like cheering and stuff. Like it was a really cool feeling being on stage and just even though they're getting paid to cheer, that them still cheering and stuff. It was really fun for sure.
Oh, awesome. And that coffin scene where they're burying you
Oh,
alive, like that looks so freaky and so crazy. Now,
horrible.
was that like they really had you in the coffin? Like that was like
They
real fair,
Yeah,
wasn't
they really dug a hole and they really put me in it, dude. And then they freaking covered it up with dirt and they called action. I was barely even acting, man. That was so scary. It's just so surreal. Like when it's just pitch black and then you hear the dirt like going on
it?
top
Yeah.
of you, getting shoveled on top of you. It's just horrifying, dude. Absolutely horrifying.
God. I probably would have had a heart attack and
Dude,
they
that
would have had to get another person to
yeah, I
fight
get a
me
double.
because I would have been done.
No, that's what my mom said. She's like, I don't care if you gave me $10 million. I could not do it. I just couldn't do it. And then they
Yeah.
they asked me like a week before. They're like, "Hey, are you claustrophobic?" I was like, "No." Oh God, why? And they're like, "Great, no reason."
And the next thing you know, you're in this closed
In a
box with dirt
coffin.
being thrown on you.
Yep, exactly.
So did they was it just you in the cult, or did they have a cameraman in there too, or like a camera or anything?
So it was different setups. The one in episode 6, when I'm actually like getting buried from the outside point of view, that was just
Hmm.
me. But then when they go to episode 7, when it's me inside of the coffin,
Yeah.
they had like some weird rigs. There was like 4 different boxes, and like one of them, like it was cut out from the bottom, and then one of them there was like a hole cut out from the top and the sides and stuff.
Oh,
So they kind of had a couple different things, which basically meant that I had a lot of time to spend in that box. There was it was in there a while, couple days for sure.
oh my God, yeah. Like I don't know what I would have done with that.
Or it wasn't fun. That definitely was
No.
part of the job.
And then like there's another scene I love in here when Dylan thinks that he's about to get laid basically, and then he goes into this room and like 100 people are watching him ready to
Yeah.
do it, and he's in a pentagram.
It just shows it's like that Limp Bizkit song, did it all for the nookie. It's crazy what teenagers will do, to you know.
That was a crazy scene because like you could see like your face in it, like it's so funny, like you're like looking around and like why are all these people watching me like have sex, like what's going
Yeah,
on,
it's
like
weird for
this is
sure.
insane.
Yeah, it was also weird to lay in a pentagram too. It was really, really weird. I had my cross in my pocket and I didn't take off my pants.
And then of course at that scene it never happens because Bruce Campbell comes in and ruins it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was like working with like someone like Bruce Campbell, who's like a legend in the horror world with the Evil Dead films and everything.
Oh no, he is just so awesome. Like it's when you work with actors like of that caliber, it's just you're always learning. Like even when you don't realize you're learning, you are. Like it's just it really is an honor to work with like somebody like that. And there's Julie Bowen too, who's like just as
Hmm.
accomplished. And my like I don't want to say my personal favorite, but the one that like got me the most was Nolan North, from the Call of Duty series and everything. Like
Yes.
I really couldn't believe it. I was really blessed for sure to be in that position.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And at the start of the show when Dylan carves the pentagram in his hand, like it looks so real. I was like, I hope you really didn't carve the pentagram in your hand. Like, what did they draw it on there? Like, how what was it?
So basically they got me really drunk and they took a knife and then they just carved it up. No, they didn't. No, but it was actually that was a really interesting part because it was a prosthetic. Luckily they
Oh,
didn't show me carving my hand on camera. But it was like a prosthetic and that was horrible to walk around with, like because whenever I'm
mm.
eating lunch, there's a freaking pentagram on my hand. You know what I mean? Like it definitely wasn't my favorite part.
If there's a way to draw the devil, it's definitely marking your
Blood
body with a
sacrifice.
pentagram.
Yeah, that'll do it for sure.
Yeah. And I hope you didn't grow up as like a Christian or Catholic or anything, because then your family would be like, oh my God, what's he doing?
Yeah, for real, huh? And for the record, I would never kill a cat unless she broke my guitar. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there you go. And like, I was looking on the online, like I saw, because it was set in like that era, the 80s. It was set in that era. Like there was certain things you couldn't do or say, like you couldn't do fist bumps or say dude or anything
Yeah.
like that. Is that true?
No, it is true. There was a lot of like sometimes we'd finish like a perfect take and it'd be super long, and then at the end of it we'd say like bro or dude or like something like that, and then it would just ruin it. And it was funny too because like there's younger people on set who were like in their 20s, and we'd ask them, and they're like, I don't know, and then we'd have to like ask someone who was like either like 50 or 60, and then like they'd let us know if that was like appropriate or not, to say.
Uh-huh.
One of the funny things too is dude was around, but you didn't call girls dude. Only it was like strictly only guys. So it was like there's just like a bunch of weird little things. So definitely that was something I had to that definitely crippled the improvising a little bit. I wouldn't say crippled, but hindered it.
Yeah, definitely. Your cat is really cute. I see your
Oh,
cat looking
thanks.
on the screen.
Yeah, she keeps trying to grab you. Hopefully she doesn't hang up on you.
and and then like I actually grew up in that era, like and I love like how they captured the clothes and the goth look and everything. And what look of Dylan did you like most? Like, did you like the goth Dylan or like the regular dress Dylan?
It definitely was crazy. It was like a time machine, like you go into work in like your normal clothes, get off like the van or whatever, and then like an hour later after makeup and everything, like once you get on set, it's like boom, instantly time travel. Like the sets were just crazy. Everyone did such a good job. It was really cool. And I'm sorry, repeat the question. I forgot. I started thinking about how crazy it was, and I forgot. Oh yeah, costume look.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't love the dog collar choker. That wasn't my favorite when I had the goth thing. It was funny though. It was definitely a funny shot. That's the one that my friends always, whenever they watch it, whenever anybody watches the show, they take a picture of that and they send it to me.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, but my favorite one honestly was probably just regular Dylan, with like the Randy Rhoads shirts.
Hmm.
Kind of like before he goes straight, I want to say Mormon, like before he goes straight Buddy Holly at the end. There's kind of like that in between, and that's kind of how I dress in real life. So that was probably my favorite look.
Oh, great. Okay. And and then the big scene in the church was like absolutely crazy. Like the
Horrible, yeah,
with,
horrifying.
with the actress that plays your mom. And I mean, not, I mean, for anyone who didn't see the show, I don't want to like give away the ending, but like you kind of see her looking in the mirror at the end, and it
Really
seems like
scary.
she has a connection to that world, like the satanic world. And I don't know if they'll like if you got have a season two, like if they'll explain that.
See, we're hoping for a season two, and then hopefully, I can get those questions answered too, because I don't know anything besides season one. Matt the writer, he hasn't told me much. Um,
Yeah,
and he told me that he doesn't want to jinx it, so he's not going to even start writing it until we know for sure.
definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, the show was so good. Like they're really dumb if they don't make a second
Thank,
season.
I appreciate that. Tell Peacock that, please, please.
Yeah, definitely. And so like, was there anything on set that like really? I'm guessing it's the coffin stuff. Like, is there anything on set that like actually freaked you out or was creepy to you?
I'd say the deer, when the deer was hanging from the ceiling, that was
Oh yeah,
horrifying. Like that was a practical effect, so they really it was a fake deer. They didn't actually kill a deer.
of course.
It looked like they did. It was like you could not tell if you didn't know that it was a fake deer, you wouldn't have known.
Mhm.
Like, it was they did a really really good job. That was really eerie to look at.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Uh, Is there a scene that you had the most fun doing?
Most fun doing. I'd probably say that like the band performance stuff. Not the first one I was terrified, but probably like the last one was the most fun because at that point we had the strike happen, so I was able to come back to
Mm.
California and we had 6 months, and I was able to get a lot more comfortable in the guitar. So when we came back for the final one, that's when I felt a lot better, and that was a really fun scene to film.
Okay, okay. And like I said, like I'm crossing my fingers for season two because I literally
Thank
binge watched this show in like a whole entire day. I actually pulled out of work too.
you. Thank you so much. I seriously appreciate it a lot. Seriously. Thank you.
And the one thing like I would like to see if they do make a season two is I want to see if anything happens with with Gordy and Dylan. Like you know, because she definitely likes him,
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of different, like theories about that. Like it could either be like, Dylan and Jordy or maybe Jordy and Spud, you know what I mean? Like we don't really know for sure like where she's at. So that's definitely something
true,
that
true.
I would be interested to see what happens in season two also.
Oh yeah,
She
definitely,
can't be any
definitely.
worse than Judith.
Yeah, she's a little.
Yeah, she's a piece of work for sure.
And when you aren't on set, like, oh no, was there any funny or cool stories from the set, like from Hysteria?
None that I could say and not get in trouble for, I don't think. But no, it was a lot of fun for sure. But I can't think of any like PG stories off the top of my head. Um, yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want it to put you in a thing where you get in trouble, so I'll just move on to the next one.
Thank you.
And when you aren't filming and playing in rock bands and carving pentagrams on your hand, what do you like doing during your free time?
Well, when I was in Atlanta, I didn't really go out too much. I wasn't in like I was in Decatur. I don't know if you've ever been there. Wasn't the best place,
Mm.
so I kind of just hung out inside. Plus, we would work like probably 14 hours a day, So when I got
Oh
home, I
wow.
just went straight to bed. And then the
Oh
weekends, I
yeah.
was sleeping the whole time playing video games. And then I actually bought a really cool gaming PC out there. That was the best thing I did. When
Oh
like my,
damn,
my
really?
first check I got, I splurged on like an awesome PC. And that was the best. That was what I did on my weekends. We just play
Oh,
Rainbow Six Siege pretty much.
nice, nice. Well, what kind of games do you like?
I like a lot of Rainbow Six. I play like Hearts of Iron. It's kind of like a strategy game. Just waiting for GTA 6 like everybody else. I mean, there's not much out right now. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows. Excuse me.
Look at your cat.
She's really trying to get in the interview.
I don't know. It doesn't look like she likes paying the terror. She was like trying to hit the hat off your head.
Yeah, she hates my hats. Whenever I wear them, she's got beef with them.
And what about uh, is
Are you
there any
serious?
horror? Your cat is so funny. Are there any horror films do you like to watch?
um, like around the holidays or like just in general?
Since it's Christmas time, let's do the holidays.
Well, I'm gonna have to plug myself here, of course, and say Krampus. Make sure you check that out. It's perfect time. Nice. Get in the holiday spirit. um, and then I'm not really the biggest horror guy, which is kind of ironic because I get casted in a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't mind horror movies, but the only time I really watch is like with a girl or something like that. I'm not like one of those people who just kind of like sits down and like is like, all right, let's get terrified.
True. And what about like songs? What kind of Christmas song? Let's say we'll keep it on a holiday theme. What kind of Christmas songs do you like listening to?
Um, I actually have a record player. So I have like this Christmas mix of like all like the generic Christmas songs, like the that you hear like the elevator stuff. I'm a
Yeah,
sucker
yeah.
for Christmas. So I love just like all the most generic songs. And I live up in the mountains in the snow, so I'm hoping it snows up here and we can have a nice white Christmas. That would be
Oh
that'd be
my
really
God,
cool.
that would be so awesome. I live in Philly,
Oh,
and
not
Philly hasn't had a white Christmas in a few years, which is sad.
really. That's really
Yeah.
weird, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we do get snow here, but for some reason, like the past couple of years, nothing ever like snow never happened on Christmas Eve or
Yeah, we
Christmas
we
Day.
missed it. We missed it last year too, so I'm hoping this year we get some snow for sure.
Definitely, definitely, yes. And do you have any like holiday traditions that you like doing, like for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with your family and stuff?
Just the basic ones, eat a bunch of food with the family. The one thing that I do every year though is I watch Polar Express. That's just a masterpiece
Oh my
movie.
God, that's such a great one. Yeah,
Great movie, yeah. That's probably my only like tradition.
that's the Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah, that's the Tom
Yeah,
Hanks one.
yeah. That nice, nice. What what kind of Christmas food like what do you eat during the holidays? Like what kind of dinner is it?
Whatever my mom cooks. I cook for myself pretty much every other day, but holidays
Yeah.
and stuff, you let your mom just take away.
Oh yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course. I'm Italian, so the Italians have this thing that they do every Christmas Eve. It's called the Feast of the Seven Fishes, and basically it's like they cook like seven fish and make a big bowl of pasta
Ooh,
and call
nice.
it a night.
That sounds good. I might have to come over to your house for Christmas. That sounds pretty good.
Definitely. I mean, my door's always open. Like my mom makes tons and tons of food, and that we have for like weeks. So yeah,
Nice, nice.
the
Seven
more
fishes, man.
people,
That's a
the
lot.
better.
That's a lot of fish. I'm a big fish guy too. I love seafood.
Oh, nice. Same, same. What's your favorite fish?
I've been cooking a lot of orange roughy recently. Orange
Ooh,
roughy,
yeah.
it's really good. I have like this really cool recipe I do.
Oh, damn. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I've been
See,
cooking. I've been cooking.
you should make the seven fish dinner.
I should. I should. That'd be cool.
And if you were gonna do a karaoke song, what do you think you would sing?
I actually just did karaoke for the first time in my life recently, and I did.
Really?
Yeah, I did Big Iron by Marty Robbins.
Nice, nice. It's a
Classic.
good one.
That's a good one.
Are there any like bands that you want to see live that you haven't like went in concert and saw yet?
I'm trying to see Iron Maiden before they stop playing, because those
Yeah.
guys are freaking they're crazy for still going. They're badass, dude. I think that their lead guitarist is like 77 years old and he's just still up there
Mm.
shredding on stage. So I'd like to see them pretty soon. That'd be the goal for sure.
They're so good live. Like
Oh, have you seen them?
they recently
Oh, I'm
came
so
to
jealous.
Philly,
Oh yeah, I
and it
saw that the
was
tour they just did. I just missed it.
yeah, they recently came here to Philly, and it was them and Megadeth.
Oh, yeah, I'm so jealous. Oh, that's so
Oh my
cool.
God, it was so good.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's like the two bands I want to see most. That's really cool.
Oh, Dan, see, if I would have knew you then, I would have messaged you saying, "Hey, Megadeth and Iron Maiden's coming to
I would
Philly.
have been
Get
there. I would have
over
been there for sure. Cool.
it." Is there any place you would love to travel to that you haven't seen?
I've always wanted to go to Germany for sure. That's probably the place I'd want to go to. Just
That's
Europe's place everybody's got to go.
yeah, of course, of course. The only
Yeah.
thing in Europe I saw was England. That's it.
Oh, you said you went to England?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. That's cool.
I I actually used to do wrestling, and I traveled to England to wrestle.
Oh,
So yeah.
nice. That's cool. Badass. Well, hey, I actually have to get out of here in just a couple minutes. At a 2:30 or 2:30, I got to head out.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I'll definitely wrap up. The one last question I'll ask is basically another fun question: is do you have like a favorite superhero and villain?
That's a good question. Superhero and villain. Does it have to be like a superhero villain, or can it just be like a movie villain and then like a movie
It could
superhero?
it could be anyone, yeah, like movie villain, whatever, yeah.
Okay, I'm probably gonna go. The best supervillain in all time is Christopher Waltz in Inglourious Bastards. For sure.
I
He is
like
just the
that.
ultimate villain, like
I like
terrifying,
that.
calculated. He's just such an amazing actor. And then my favorite superhero, I'm gonna just have to go with probably Iron Man. Keep it generic for that one. Iron Man.
Nice.
Robert Downey Jr. is such an awesome guy.
Oh my God, I'm really curious to see what he does with Dune.
Yeah, me too, for sure. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. And the last thing up is where could fans follow you at?
I actually don't have any social media, which is pretty lame of me. I deleted it because I just don't really like to post on there. But when I
Yeah.
do have it, it's just Instagram and it's just MJ Anthony on Instagram. I'll probably download it soon when I get bored one of these days.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you for doing the interview and have a really amazing holiday, man.
Thank you very much, and see you saying bye. Also, we
Oh,
appreciate your time.
so
Seriously, thank you
sweet.
so much.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You too, bud.